John Mayall, Quinn Sullivan, but he's just a local. That was when he was a little kid. That was
Hi guys, we're here with Bob from Sunset Records. Bob's been here since around the late 70s. Okay, Bob is one of the oldest record stores in Massachusetts.
Yes, the record store was established, I believe, late 76 in Dartmouth. It was called the Music Room or the Music Barn, I'm not sure which. And then it became Sunset Records. And then it was sold, Sunset Records. Then it was sold, Sunset Records. Now I've had it for 30 years.
So we're here today checking out all kinds of great albums. He's got everything from soul to metal, everything. CDs, DVDs, he has it all here. And he has the best prices around. So Bob, why don't you show us around?
What we got here is country, then this soundtracks, female vocalists, ever popular soul section, which is big, 70s and 80s soul, 60s soul too. Then it's rock, 70s to present. Do very well with rock, obviously. Do really well here. This is jazz. Jazz is so popular. Not as big as rock, but it's huge. It's popular. Then this is the 50s and 60s rock, which would be Elvis, Beatles, that Hendrix, that era. Then I have blues section, a picture disc, audiophile, classical, male vocalist, funk, all kinds.
I know she always had a lot of Beatles stuff too. Beatles, rock, so he has a little bit of everything. I come in here personally, I buy pretty much anything Kiss Bob gets, I buy, but he has all kinds of stuff. I come here and buy Prince, Michael Jackson, 45s, cassettes. Bob has it all, and he's got multiple different titles. He's even got newer vinyl, David Bowie. He just has so much awesome stuff.
I have new and used, yes. Mostly used, but there's a lot of new stuff too. That it's a case of it being hard to find. I really believe there are so many people that have records up on a shelf behind a box of knickknacks and clothing or whatever that they forgot about, or up in an attic or in a basement. So records are out there. I mean, things like Beatles, Elvis, Sinatra. The catch with that is those artists, their records never went out of print. They've always been in print. So they're everywhere. So it's a little odd when you see Beatle albums skyrocketing price-wise. For the most part, they never went out of print, so they're there. And then things like Fleetwood Mac Rumors, which sold a lot in the first place, that's popular all over again. That album is a big selling album.
Bob just has all kinds of stuff. He's got everything alphabetical orderized. He's got Tom Petty albums, new, old, Prism, Pink Floyd. He's just got a little bit of everything. Even got some Rush. This is, like we said, a lot of his rock, pop, and he's got all CDs, jazz, soul, rock, metal. He's just got so much stuff here. It's just incredible. I love coming here because Bob's a great guy. He also plays in a Beatles tribute band, a great Beatles tribute band. So Bob's been here for a long time. Come down and support him. Anything you're really looking for, if you ask him, he has a good mind of where everything is, especially if you collect 45s. His 45s are really reasonable.
The most popular titles, it's not titles as much as artists. The big ones, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, any decent 80s metal, 90s metal, I'm sure. Actually, the 90s and 2000s, that's the hard stuff to get. Because, like I've told people, 90s, when CDs came out, they made less albums. Kids were buying, for some reason, the CD because it was the hot thing, and they were buying cassettes. They made albums, but they didn't sell as many. So they didn't make as many. So now they have to reissue them. And if they reissue them, they're usually expensive. Other things that sell would be, like I said, I sell a lot of jazz, a lot of good soul stuff, the classics as usual, like if I have some Hendrix, like I said, Led Zeppelin, obscure stuff too. If I have a habit of play something I like, if it's an obscure 60s psychedelic group, There's one album in particular, it's a band called Tomorrow. It was a 60s psychedelic record, and it didn't get issued in America until the early 70s because the guitar player went on to greater fame. The guitar player is Steve Howe from Yes. And you can tell it's Steve Howe because he has his own sound and it sounds like Steve Howe. I've been selling them like crazy because they're so good. And the record never sold, the album never sold in the 60s. And it got reissued for Record Store Day.
So if people want to come check out this awesome store, where can we find you? Your Facebook, everything?
The address for my store is 1232 Wilbur Avenue, Somerset, Mass. 02725 is the area code. Phone number 508-678-3441. And on Facebook, there's 2 Sunset Record sites for me. They're basically the same, but the photo shot, the main shot are different. One's with a woman, one's at the outside of the store, if I remember correctly. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, he's gonna bring some more in. I'm just not sure what he has. And I'm always looking for people to bring used records in, used CDs. I'm always looking for them. Could always use them. Never know what treasures we'll find here. My favorite thing is when they bring something in and I've never seen it before. And I look at it and I go, what's this? And I play it and I fall in love with it. Love that. There's so many things. Been doing this forever, but there's so many things I've never heard before. You never know what you're gonna find.
You never, yeah.
That's why a lot of people go in stores rather than just do it online.
Yep.
Another thing is the pros and cons of buying online or buying in a store. I know it's COVID era at the moment. Hopefully it goes away, but a lot of people buy online, but that's so muted because you can't have it in your hand. And not only that, when you're in a store like my store, you might see something that you weren't even looking for and go, that looks interesting, and I can play it if it's open, and the person might buy it. So you can discover things you weren't even thinking about, because if you're online, you're looking specifically for an item. And there's socializing, it's face to face, it's more personal. That's the other thing, it's much more personal in person, which is love.
Yeah, the thing about coming to Bob's too, it's like whatever you might be looking for, he knows whether he has it or not too. So if you come here, he also helps me out like looking for others. As soon as I walk in the door, he already knows what I'm looking for. That's also great. And another thing, today I found an AC/DC tour book. Not expecting finding a tour book at a record store or anything like that, especially an AC/DC 1988 tour book. So you really have to go to these stores and look for yourself. You meet some great people, you meet some weird people, you meet some interesting people, but nonetheless, it's incredible, and we thank Bob so much.
Yeah, eccentric people.
Yeah.
I should talk, like you meet strange people, but they can be awfully interesting. And once in a great while, the odd famous person or not so famous come in. Maybe some come in that are musicians that are known that I don't know who they are, but I've had them come in.
And then you also play in a great Beatles tribute band. I was telling them before. So if they want to see you guys play live or anything like that.
Thank you. The name of the band is Star Club, and it's funny because at this time right now, the biggest thing was the Beatles Disney movie Get Back. And I'm in my 60s, but all the guys are in their 20s, and I laughed when I saw it because the Beatles look like old men. They're the same age as the guys in the band. They're all like 26 to 29. We play Beatles, but we also do others. We'll do like a half an hour of non-Beatles.
Oh, that's awesome.
We don't really play bars, we play theaters and music venues. One of the best is the District Center for the Arts in Taunton. You gotta check that place out, it's great.
I 100% agree. That's where I also run my toy and record show, Bristol County Toy and Record Show. So the District Center of the Arts, you guys can catch them March 12th. They're performing. So if you guys want to grab tickets for that, check out their website. Okay, guys? Thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoyed the store, and thank you, Bob, so much.
Thank you very much. Thanks.